Hey everyone, welcome back. So today is Thursday, September 2nd. I hope you guys are having a great day. One thing I wanted to ask you guys about, a couple of you commented in my videos about Argo blockchain, and some of the videos, or not videos, some of the information that I was able to gain, just looking at it really quick yesterday, it looks like they provide mining as a service. So if that's the case, it's going to be really hard to get any miner data as far as how much mining equipment they have, what their possible revenue is, because we just don't know that kind of information. So if I'm wrong about that, let me know down in the comments below. All right, so there's there's a lot of good news. Bitcoin's pumping, Ethereum's pumping. Things are looking really good right now. So if we look at let's look at the news that we got going on. So we got Bitcoin, obviously 50,000, and bears are losing $450 million. We have Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Trump stocks in August. There's good news about that. Twitter is reportedly working on a Bitcoin tipping feature. And then we have August saw some of the biggest revenues for miners. So we're going to talk about that. So some of the mining stocks, Mara, Riot, Hut, Bitfarms, and there's the other one, Hive. I think I said that one. There's 5 of them that we've been covering. So we'll take a look at those. But first, let's look at the charts here. So on the charts, we're seeing obviously Bitcoin now hovering at around $49,965. Did peak at overnight at 50,377, so obviously broke through that. I included the chart here, or the overlay, for the 20-day, 50-day, and 200-day moving averages. And I mean, you can see it here. Bitcoin has been, bouncing off of the 20-day moving average quite nicely. Kind of touched it twice here a couple days ago, and then touched it 3 days in a row, and then obviously pulled away from it just within the last day. RSI is looking good, so that's looking good. So we are set up for a nice bull run here. And Bitcoin, I think we can probably see 60,000 in the next couple weeks, if not within a week, depending on how things fast move. You just never know. Ethereum, we were talking about this a couple days ago, where it was trading like in this kind of sideways movement between these 2 points, between 3,300 and right around 3,032, roughly around there. And we were saying that if it breaks above the resistance here of 3,300, we're going to see it obviously propel higher. Well, that happened. That happened yesterday or the day before, and you could see this nice gain that we've had here. So if we measure the increase that we've had after this move up, let's see, this move up to 38.57 roughly, we are up 15% just after passing that move up. So that's good news. RSI has come down a little bit. We were above the 70 mark, which is always a little bit overbought territory, but we still have room to run. Obviously, we may have a pullback a little bit here just to get some legs, and then we're going to go up higher. Cardano has also reached all-time highs right now. Excellent news, so that's great. Finally broke out of its own little pattern here that I was trading in for the last couple of days, and we hit a high today of $3 and almost 10 cents. It was $3.09.9. We are at 304.9 right now, and we still obviously just went over the 70 RSI chart. So we may see a little bit of pullback, but I mean, obviously we went way up here to 89. So if that happens, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we go up to 320 or 330 before we do a little correction here. Litecoin is up slightly. Do this. Oh, there we go. So Litecoin is up to 186 right now. It has been trading off of the 200-day moving average. It's been bouncing off of that, and it's finally bounced off of it. We have the 50-day right there, the green line, and the red line is the 20-day right now. So we still haven't passed over the high that we had here, which was around $191. So if we can get past that, I think we can obviously go run higher. But Bitcoin and everything else is running higher. Litecoin is going to go up higher as well. Dogecoin is back up over 30 cents right now. It has been bouncing off of the, the 50-day moving average. You can see it here, bounced once, twice. It almost touched it here, and then it's obviously gone up higher over that. So that's a good sign. RSI is low. I think there's plenty of room for Doge to run. If we look at Stellar has been bouncing as well off of the 50-day. You can see it here, bounced once and it bounced off of it. So that's a good sign as well, and it's got plenty of room to run with the RSI. Solana has been on a tear. It obviously hit a high 2 days ago of $129, almost $130, and it's pulled back a little bit. And we're seeing that it's at $114 right now. RSI is still pretty high, so I wouldn't be surprised if we had a pullback on this one, just to kind of get some legs underneath it. Let's take a look at the mining stocks. So Hive pre-market is at 328. It finished up the day at 327 yesterday. It was at a high of 341. Mara was at 41.18 yesterday, is now at 43.05, so obviously a $1.85, almost 5% increase on the day. There hasn't been any news. I checked all the sources for news for Hive, Mara, Riot, Hut, and all those, and there's nothing there for it. Bitfarms is at 5.88. It's actually down pre-market 4 cents. Riot was at 37 or 36.50 yesterday. It is up $1.11 to 37.61 right now. On the chart, RSI is still looking good on that one. And then we have Hut here. Hut is yesterday it finished up the day at 8.11. It is now up 2 cents pre-market to 8.13. So obviously with Bitcoin running, Ethereum running, we're going to probably see the mining stocks go up higher today. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Let's take a look at the crypto market cap. Wow, so market cap has actually, we've seen almost $100 billion worth of market cap increase in over the 24 hours. So yesterday we were at 2.2 trillion. Today we're at 2.3 trillion. That's a lot of cash going into the market here. So Bitcoin is still number one. It's up 4.6% in the last 24 hours. 7 days is up 1.9. Ethereum is up 5.9 in the last 24 hours and 16% in the last 7 days. Cardano is up 11% in the last 7 days, up 7.6% in the last 24 hours. And then Solana, we're obviously seeing that it's down half a percent roughly, but it's up 61% still for the week. So Polkadot is doing nicely too at 25% for the week and 8% for the day. So let me see, Cardano is at 97. Yeah, so Cardano is definitely pulling away from Binance Coin is for the top 3 spots. Cardano is at 97 billion, almost 100 billion, and Binance Coin is at 75 billion. All right, interesting. So we're obviously getting into this nice bull market here that we're seeing. So first story, BTC price returns to 50K as Bitcoin bears lose 450 million in daily liquidation. September turns out to be anything but boring for the Bitcoin as shorts lose big on fresh move above the 50,000 mark. Bitcoin swiftly reclaimed 50,000 on Thursday's bears felt maximum pain and lost hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, we hit over 50,000 overnight. Bitcoin sparks fresh bear bloodbath. Data from Cointelegraph, Markets Pro, and TradingView showed BTC suddenly breaking through the 50,000 mark to hit its highest since August 23rd. After a night of bullish action, the pair left its lower trading range of recent weeks behind the volatility, still significant at the time of writing. Local highs stopped 50,300 on Bitstamp. Cointelegraph reported 51,000 remains the level to beat in order to cement a continuation of the 2021 Bitcoin bull run. I agree with that. I think we have to get past the 51 right now. That's kind of like the resistance line. If we can get past that, I think we're going to obviously continue on. I think whether it takes a day or two, will be seen. Heavy resistance remained at the level Thursday, with analysts waiting to see if latest uptick had a momentum required to change the long-term paradigm. Bitcoin is facing final hurdle before 57K. Cointelegraph contributor analyst Michael Van de Pope tweeted in his latest tweet, "Welcome back to 50,000." Fellow analyst React Capital added, "Short traders lost out heavily from the upside, with liquidations hitting almost $500 million in the past 24 hours." Yeah, it's hard to bet against Bitcoin. I don't know why people still do it. Let's see here. Not so boring after all. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. Will August indeed close about 47? It did. From Plan B. So that's all good news, all positive news, all bullish news. All right, next story. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin trump stocks in August. This is from Fox Business. So if they're talking about it, people out there are going to be paying attention as far as where to invest their money. So I thought this was kind of interesting. Despite the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ composite closing out the month at all-time high levels, The real winners were Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies, fueled in part by more major companies such as Visa and Walmart, signaling they would be expanding adoption. Bitcoin was up 13% month to date, while Ethereum was up 36% over the same period, on pace for Ethereum's best month since April 2021, when the price of Ether gained 42.47%. In comparison, Dogecoin also rose 33%. In comparison, all three of the major averages also rose, but by a much smaller margin. The Dow was up 1.2%, while the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 rose 4% and 2.9% respectively. Well, that is great news. Obviously, the more people that see that you can outperform the markets with cryptocurrencies, with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Doge, you're going to see more people jumping ship and going into these kind of assets. So I thought that was just great news. Good to see. Giving people another option to invest in. So next story, Twitter reportedly working on Bitcoin tipping feature. So Bitcoin tipping via the Lightning Network may be in the cards for the next Twitter app update. Twitter's reportedly laying the groundwork to enable Bitcoin tipping for the content creators. So if you're a content creator for Twitter, you could get tips in Bitcoin or maybe in other cryptocurrencies once they're added in. But I mean, that's great for people that are on Twitter, especially those that are influencers. You could be tipped by your followers for providing them great news or great information. According to Mac Rumors, the latest Twitter iOS beta includes lines of the code that could see Bitcoin become a part of the tip jar. Indeed, as previously reported by Cointelegraph, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey previously hinted that Bitcoin tipping was in the works. Twitter introduced Tip Jar back in May as a way for users to reward content creators on popular social media platform. If the report of Bitcoin tipping are true, then BTC will be added alongside Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo as acceptable payment options on the Tip Jar. As part of the rollout, Twitter may provide a brief tutorial about Bitcoin and the Lightning Network. According to a portion of the text quoted by Mac Rumors, the Bitcoin tipping feature will utilize Lightning Network payment gateway Strike to generate Bitcoin Lightning invoices. The tutorial may also include information about concepts such as custodial and non-custodial wallets for storing. I think that's great. The more information you can get to people as far as how to properly store your coins so they don't get stolen off of exchanges or other places like that. The more people are obviously educated, the better it is, especially with crypto. It is not as easy. Well, it's gotten a lot easier than it has in the past, but it's still a little bit difficult for newbies. A Bitcoin tipping feature on Twitter is also the latest in a string of BTC-focused adoption developments for the social media giant and for Dorsey himself. Earlier in August, the Twitter and Square chief announced plans to build a decentralized exchange for Bitcoin. We talked about this in the video. Dorsey has also previously described Bitcoin as being the key to Twitter's future, while stating the company's intention to integrate BTC into services like commerce and subscriptions. Bitcoin tipping on Twitter via Lightning Network will also confirm plans to integrate LN into the social media platform that first started back in June. The move could also bring crypto token tipping to the mainstream in fulfillment of one of the several use cases for cryptocurrencies espoused by proponents. In July, Dorsey also revealed that Square was developing assisted custody hardware wallet for Bitcoin. So, I mean, that's great. More adoption, more ways you can use it. All that stuff is going to drive up demand. Supply is not there for Bitcoin. It's just 21 million. We're almost, well, we got 100 more years to go before we're completely out of Bitcoins. But in the meantime, the supply is obviously going to start drying up a little bit with more and more people using it, buying it. So that's how we're possibly going to get to obviously 150,000, 200,000 by the end of the year, as more and more companies are going to be using it. People are investing in it. People are hodling it. That's the path that's going to take us to $200,000 Bitcoin and then possibly 1 million down a couple of years from now. Next story, Bitcoin miners post 1.4 billion in revenue for August, data shows. So for those of you guys that are invested in the mining stocks, this is great news. Bitcoin miners brought in an approximately 1.41 billion in revenue during the month of August, according to data compiled by the Block Research. It's still not the best month. I think the best month that we had was back in possibly May. And then this is possibly the second best month. The monthly figure is below the all-time peak of 1.75 billion posted in March, but represents a month-over-month increase, roughly 45% from July's 971 million. The vast majority of the August revenue figure came in the form of block subsidy, or the 6.25 BTC received by a miner when they successfully create a block. August marks the fourth month in a row during which the share of the transaction fee compared to the total Bitcoin mining revenue fell. The transaction fee share dropped from 3.1% in July to 1.35% in August, an overall decrease of 56%. So obviously, this is great for the mining stocks. When they report their earnings, obviously their earnings are going to be better than most people are expecting. We're also going to keep an eye on it. We'll update any of our deep dive videos on the mining stocks if they provide any new information as far as miners coming on board, if they're buying new miners. And then obviously if the price of Bitcoin substantially goes up, we'll create an update for that and keep you guys posted on that. When I say we, I mean me. I just don't want to sound like a jerk and be all me. Last bit of news here is Willy Woo, Bitcoin approaching another region of notable price stability. Short-term technicals are weak while on-chain investors are in accumulation. All the makings of a volatile squeeze, breaking 50 likely a fast track to 60. So completely agree with Willy Woo. He's been pretty right on for the most part on Bitcoin this whole time. So I do agree with that. I don't see a problem with that. So that's it. A lot of good news obviously out there. Bitcoin's over 50K. Ethereum is, out of it was range bound, but now it's gone above it, so that's good news. ADA is also going back up a little bit, and then Solana is obviously retracing a little bit, but I think that's good. That's healthy. So let me know what you see as Bitcoin being at the end of the week. Well, we don't have too many days left. We got 2 days left. And then again on the Argo blockchain one, let me know if I'm mistaken as far as that they're using their mining as a service. It's just going to be a little too hard to figure out what they actually mine. I couldn't find anything about how many miners they have. I just saw that they reported that they signed deals with some Canadian companies to provide mining power or hash rate for that. So that's all I got for you guys. Have a great day. Obviously, it's exciting. Bitcoin's going up. Ethereum's going up. We're, I think, starting to get into the bull market. Typically, September has been kind of a lull in the markets, but it looks like it's starting out to be a good month. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep you guys posted. Have a great day. See you guys in the next one. Until then.